On my base, I applied the Vive Complexion Balm in the shade 120, which I believe is fair neutral, or maybe light neutral. This looks very, very pale, and I do admit that I have since invested in a slightly darker shade to mix with it, but I always try to match as closely as possible to my neck, because otherwise it just looks orange and not quite right, you know. Then I applied my Vive bronzer in the shade Light. This is a really good contour and bronzer in one because it's quite cool toned. Well, I guess it's more like neutral, but not as warm as an average bronzer. Next, I applied my Beauty Bay liquid blush in the shade Spring. I have used this formula before, but not this actual shade. This is an unusual formula because it kind of feels, it's liquid, but it kind of feels powdery. I really like it anyway. Under my eyes, I used the Vive concealer in shades Light 1 and Light 3. I prefer to put the lighter shade in the corner for brightening, and then the other shade, Light 3, towards the outer eye because it kind of matches my skin tone better, and then I blend it all together. I use my fingers to blend out any excess product in the creases, and then I use a brush to apply my Givenchy setting powder first before fully setting with a powder puff. Then I set the rest of my face with the Charlotte Tilbury setting powder in the shade One Fair. Then I love to fully soak my face with setting spray. This is the Vive Invisiveil. As I was running a bit late, I decided to use the time whilst the setting spray was drying to put all of my jewellery on. Then I added some Beauty Bay liquid eyeshadow. This actually came in a set of 3, so I have this neutral brown colour, a more pinky colour, and then also a shimmer. They're really good for just adding a wash of colour to the lid. It's really quick to do that, and I just set it with some powder, and I haven't noticed any creasing once I've done that. Then I curled my lashes and added my favourite mascara, the Maybelline Sky High in Cosmic Black. I was going for a really kind of subtle, neutral makeup look overall, so I used my Fenty lip liner in the shade Peanut Butter. If you've not used a Fenty lip liner before, you should definitely try them. They're some of the most creamy and long-lasting I've ever used. And then I juiced up my lips with the Fenty Gloss Bomb Sticks in Tulip Kiss. Let me know if you prefer this longer format for Get Ready With Me's. Okay, bye!